Hi there, I'm John from CNCROI.com, and today we'll have a very short discussion regarding laser, power, speed, and how that affects material depth when we're engraving or cutting. We do more and more work here in the shop with a whole bunch of different kinds of wood. And a situation that comes up pretty often actually is when the customer says, okay, I want you to engrave this thing, a 1/4 inch deep or 1/8 deep. And then I have to explain to them a little bit about how lasers work relative to routers. Now a CNC router, what it is a bit that goes down. So this is the Z axis, and it actually touches the material. So you can say go down 1/4 inch and the bit will go down 1/4 inch and it'll engrave everything, whether there's knots, whether there's grain, whether there's different material densities in the wood, all that kind of stuff. A laser is a little bit different. A laser has no feedback. It really doesn't know what it's doing. It has no idea. So that's where it comes down on the operator, which is me, to decide, okay, how much power, how much speed do I need to get a certain depth? Now, a lot of this is creative play, I like to put it. The reason is I don't know. The reason why I don't know is because I don't know the material density of the material itself or the wood. Now with acrylics and when you're annealing stainless steel and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty much always the same. It's very consistent. But with wood specifically, different species and even the same board has different densities inside of the wood itself because it's basically a living being. So that's why generally I ask customers, I say, okay, well, here's the project. Thanks for the board. Now give me a piece of scrap so I could play around with my settings a little bit. And with that board, I set up my settings and then I apply those settings roughly to the project at hand. Now quite often the customer says, well, I don't have a piece of scrap board. All I have is this piece of wood here that needs to be done, and you have basically a one-time shot of getting it right. Now that's where the experience comes in. We do a lot of stuff here in pine and oak and balsa wood and mahogany and all these kind of things. And when you're cutting, it's not very difficult. All you do is, worst comes to worst, you overpower the laser and you end up cutting right through the wood. Now when you're engraving, you can't really do that because you don't want to go all the way through the wood. You want to go roughly 1/4 inch, roughly 1/8. So that's when you're trying to optimize your settings across the board, looking at the grain, looking at the knots, and trying to figure out the best settings that you could use that one time you engrave. Now before we jump into the other video, where all the settings are the same, it's only the speed of the laser itself that's changed. With the video editing, I kind of screwed it up a little bit, so the length of the overall video is not the same, but it is taking about twice as long to do the second one than it is to do the first one. Now again, going back to wood, there's other factors that affect how far we can get into the wood. Now technically with this Austrian laser, I can engrave straight through the wood, so that's not an issue for me here. The issue is making sure that you get something that's nice for the customer and that visually is appealing but doesn't fall apart on you. Another issue that comes up with engraving something at great depth is that you end up basically with columns of material. And when you sand it, there's not much strength in that column because it is wood. So if you sand it very aggressively, you might end up breaking the columns and breaking on the inside little pieces here and there. So the deeper you want the engraving to be, the more issues you will have in post-production. Now that you've seen both videos, I'll post a couple of pictures on the blog so you can sort of see more clearly the difference. You can see that one board is a lot blacker than the other one. That's just because there's a lot more shadow because the depth is much deeper. Now it's not necessarily a one-to-one ratio, but generally speaking, if you use the same power and on the same laser, of course, and you're going over it, if you go twice as fast, you end up with half the depth. Now there is a lot of play with that because even between the same species, just different boards or different sections of what used to be a tree will have different variances in the depth itself. Now on those two boards, there were no knots, but if you hit a knot with a laser, what ends up having is the knot is a lot denser than the rest of the material around it. So you end up with a lot less depth automatically because, again, density. Higher density means you need more power to get through it. Now you're using the same power over the whole board, so that's why with a laser you see the variances in the density of the material. While with a router you don't have that issue at all, it just powers through whatever is there. So I hope that helps explain a little bit about the challenges here with wood, specifically here in the shop. These are not issues, let's say, you have with stainless steel. Stainless steel is a little bit different. We use our fiber laser source here. And if we go faster on stainless steel, we end up not annealing it black. We end up annealing it maybe brown or just scoring it. Or if we go really fast, you end up just polishing the stainless steel. With plastics like acrylic, if you just go faster, you end up with less depth. So it's not a big issue. But it's a very consistent depth with plastics relative to other materials. Like laminates, for instance, when we do the laser work on the laminate, it's a very consistent depth. That's not an issue. So again, just wood, just something to keep in mind. So when you tell us, hey, we wanted a 1/4 inch, I'll always reply back to you and say it'll be roughly a 1/4 inch, and it depends on the material we have in hand and the density and basically your design as well. Because some designs you need a lot of sanding and some other designs you don't. And you have to account for that. Because if you do a lot of sanding, now your depth is getting less and less because you're taking off the top surface.